Hi, my name is Valeriya Salt and I am a sci-fi thriller author from Sheffield, United Kingdom. Today I want to read from my debut novel, dark nautical sci-fi mystery Dive Beyond Eternity. It was published by an independent publisher, Northodox Press. It's a story of Zara Rose, who is a World War II naval historian. She specializes in submarines and German naval tactics. And she's sent to investigate a mysterious U-boat, a German World War II submarine, which mysteriously appeared off the coast of Lincolnshire. And the vessel carries a top-secret weapon created by Nazi scientists during the war. And this weapon, is able to split time from space, creating a labyrinth of multiple realities. So I would like to read from chapter 1, which is nice and short. Chapter 1, Zara, Boston, UK, present day. The small research vessel rolled and pitched wildly on the storm swell of the North Sea, the horizon disappearing beneath the dull waters. An armada of heavily pregnant clouds advanced from the west, ready in the attack, giving no ground to the eternal blue sky or permitting the sun to penetrate their thick grey armor. Zara never felt seasick. In fact, the long drive from Portsmouth to Boston to reach the wreck exhausted her more than a few hours in the pre-storm sea. She daydreamed that in previous lives she would have been a mermaid, or a pirate, or maybe a submarine captain. She squinted, tasting the salty spray on her lips as she observed the mission's progress. The gusting wind punched the small boat, jerking it to and fro in the maddening walls. The dive is taking much longer than I expected. Anita Patel, the team sonar specialist, interrupted Zara's thought. I informed Professor Milne. We've never worked with such a large object before, but he insisted. Looks like the storm is approaching much faster than we planned, Zara mumbled in reply. The sea is too rough. She also wondered about Professor Milne's strange choice of divers. Instead of summoning the university's usual contractors, he had employed a random company they knew little about. Perhaps he wanted to keep the mission low profile. Discovering the dark underwater shape mysteriously buried in a sandbank sounded like science fiction. And yet the professor had agreed with North Waters offshore that it could be of interest to the university and had sent Zara to investigate. What do you want me to do? Miss Patel stared at Zara, waiting. Do you want me to call off the operation right now? Or how much time do we have? About an hour's worth of oxygen in divers' tanks. Zara fixed her eyes on two monitors watching the remotely operated vehicle, ROV, transmitting underwater video from the darkness. For the last hour, the two divers had been trying to clean the layers of sand away from the wreck using a specialized pressurized air hose. The sonar monitored the location of the wreck over a 100-foot radius, and there was no mistaking the distinguishing shape of the U-boat. Her three-bladed propeller, small conning tower, periscope, antennae, snorkel, and hydroplanes. There is one thing we know for sure, this is a U-boat, Zara exclaimed, shifting her gaze from the sonar to the camera screens and back. U-4730A. She read the number on the conning tower aloud. This is a rather unusual number, 3713A. Where did you come from? She looks like she left port yesterday, Anita said. Look, the hull's rubber coating is undamaged, no sign of sea life interference. There is no debris around here either. No sign of torpedo impact or strike by a mine, Zara nodded. No implosion from within. Pete, Ivor, can you get close to the rock? The supervisor asked the divers, turning to the screen. We need to see the surface where it meets the hull. Ivor gave a thumbs-up signal, dragging the pressurized air hose to the rock where it met the submarine. Can you see this? Ivor's slightly accented voice sounded from the radio. His camera moved closer to the hull. Even in the murky water, Zara and Anita could distinguish no damage to the U-boat. It looks like she's growing straight out of the rock. How on earth? Anita shot an anxious look at her colleague. I have no idea, but Zara trailed off in thought. The only way to know is to glimpse inside, she said finally. It sounded like a huge favor to ask, far too dangerous, far too risky, and outside of the company's regulations, but it seems like the only way to clarify her theory. I'm sorry, Miss Rose, but I can't put my people at risk, Anita said. Professor Milne agreed that only... Zara exhaled. I understand. Safety first. Anita had made it crystal clear she wasn't ready to sacrifice her divers and the company's equipment for the sake of her crude scientific guess. The wind whipped Zara's hair over her face, thunder rolled in the distance. The storm's approaching. We'll have to leave. Anita nodded and commanded the divers. Guys, return to the boat, we're leaving. Give us a minute, Peter's low voice cracked through the radio. I just want to feel the conning tower hatch a bit closer. Can we have a clear image of the propeller, please? Zara asked the second diver before turning to Anita. Markings on the blades can indicate where the propeller was manufactured and which shipyard assembled the vessel. Iva acknowledged. Copy that. The two women watched the diver cleared sand from the hatch's handle. The screen blinked into complete darkness. Pete? Anita bellowed. Pete, what's going on? Your camera's offline. She squeezed the radio but heard nothing. The second camera seems to have frozen as well. A technical issue? Zara shifted on her feet. Pete? Iva? What's going on? Where's Pete? Anita almost screamed. Zara grabbed Anita's shoulders and stared at the screens. Iva? Pete? Anita repeated, turning the radio's volume to maximum. I'm not sure. Even through the radio interference, Zara could hear Iva's panic. Pete was right here a second ago. The second screen blinked into darkness. The radio held silent. When the sound of the approaching storm howled around them. I hope you enjoy it, and you can find my book on my publisher's site, northodoxpress.com. You also can find it in Waterstones in the UK, if you live in the UK, and also, of course, on Amazon. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed.